A salary fit for a king? Hi, good morning, Neil Shawn here in the heart of London. Nice to see you today. I hope you're keeping well. This particular story caught my eye because it's an interesting story really, particularly if you work in the media or you're interested in how the media actually works. It all centres, of course, on this particular lady. You will remember her, Gayle King. Now, Gayle, of course, was the mouthpiece that decided to reveal to the world that Harry and his father, Prince Charles, were not speaking to each other after that debacle interview with her best friend, Oprah Winfrey. Yeah, you get the picture. Now, Gayle hosts the breakfast show over on US TV on CBS News. She's been there for 10 years, earned around $9 million a year for reading the auto cue and looking interested, while the rest of us are still bleary-eyed looking at the screen. It's interesting to note though now that her PR has kicked in because it's contract time in May, and they are apparently very concerned over at CBS if they can continue to afford her. I love this particular feature, in fact, where they're basically saying, well, you know, all the other networks want her and they're willing to pay whatever it takes to get her. It's ridiculous because this is how really TV works. When you look at digital TV or mainstream TV, the mainstream media, less and less people are getting their news from mainstream media, and they don't have as much money because advertising revenue is down. So consequently, this is really just a hike by Miss King and her PR team to try and get the same money, or indeed a little bit more money. NBC don't have any money, neither do ABC. In fact, none of them do. But what's interesting is, of course, that they push ahead with this. And also it's interesting to note that they now frame her in the same sentence as that royal interviewer, Oprah Winfrey. What remains to be seen, of course, is she's now seen as a mover and a shaker. And the fact remains that she is very close to some very important people. But is it worth $9 million a year? Would you tune in just to watch this particular lady read the auto cue or indeed tell you the news? In these very difficult times, it doesn't matter exactly what you do to stunt yourself to get into the news, or indeed mention connections like she did with Harry and Meghan and his father. It's simply down to, do they have the money? And more importantly, do the ratings hold up? For now, she could be looking at a king's ransom, or indeed, she could be looking at a few shillings. And when I know more as ever, you'll know more. Neil Shawn in the very heart of London.